Well, I'm gonna make another one of these little recordings here. I want to talk about a boat I made one time. Let me first set the thing for this. My father's farm is in kind of southeast Dallas, and the government come out on the Trinity River, and they did some work over there on it way back yonder, I don't know what year it was. But anyway, after they straightened that river out and put up levees and things around it, or whatever it is they did, it caused, when big rain would come, it caused water to back up on my father's farm. And it happened once every 2 or 3 years, I guess. And it'd back up in there. Anyway, it was backed up there one time, and I was out there, and I built me a little boat. And it was just a handmade boat. It made it out of 1x12s and had some tire and stuff to put in there to keep it from leaking between the joints of the boards and everything. It wasn't very big. But anyway, I had a friend called Harold Strusley, and he was some reason he was out the farm with me, and we decided to go down there and put that boat in the water and take off across the water, just go floating around with the boat, Well, it didn't turn out too good. We got out there, and it's a wide open country. The whole farm was flooded, Yeah, I would guess it to be about maybe 5 to 6 foot deep in the farm. Once we got away from the edges of it. Anyway, when we got out in that water for a while, the wind came up, started blowing some little waves. It wasn't very hard, but it doesn't take much. Wind makes waves on things. That boat was sitting in the water pretty deep. We were sitting in it, and all of a sudden the waves started coming over the side, and the boat was beginning to get a little water in it. And we didn't think to take anything with us that we could scoop that water up and throw it out. So we was trying to put it out with a hand, but then it got worse and worse. Finally, the boat sunk. And I thought it was funny. Boy, I started laughing but all of a sudden, Harold Strusley, he hollered out, "I can't swim." And I thought, oh my gosh, what am I going to do now, Well, anyway, the boat sunk, but it floated. I mean, I turned it up. We somehow got it turned upside down, and being made out of all wood, and it was really kind of heavy. It was made out of real heavy lumber, but it was floated enough to where Harold could hold on to it. And then I got on one side of it, and I started kicking my feet. I knew that farm like the back of my hand, and we were probably within about I'd guess maybe 50 yards of a high place that I knew on the very, very back on our farm. In fact, it was past our farm a little bit, and we were way down in there. We wasn't probably over about 20, 25 yards from where I knew this. It was a big hump in the so that it was above all the rest of the farm. I don't know what the heck it was, how come it to be that way, but I knew it was there. So I pushed that boat, was kicking my feet, and him hanging on to it. So we got to that little hump thing over there, and once we got over there, of course, as soon as he was hanging on. He wasn't kicking his feet. He was hanging on the boat. And as soon as his feet hit that ground, he could stand up. And gosh, we messed around there and walked over and I walked around him. He did too. We was only in the water about 2 foot deep. Anyway, it required a lot of walking to get around. We had to walk out of the place over to 2nd Avenue, which was, gosh, I guess it was maybe half a mile or better. And then 2nd Avenue had to walk, all total, we probably had to walk about 3 or 4 miles, maybe more, maybe 5, I'm not sure, to get back to the farm. But later on, when all the water receded, later on, I went down there in the bottom after it had all dried up and everything. I went down there looking for that boat, and I never did find it. I don't know where it went to. Just lost that boat. Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. Well, that settled my boat deal. Kind of a dumb, harebrained scheme to do something like that anyways. But I didn't think to ask Harold if he could swim. I could. And when the boat sunk, heck, I started laughing. I thought it was funny. Because one thing that I thought about, I also knew where the fence rows were. And if nothing else, I could have swam over and stood on the fences, the fence posts, and I knew exactly how the fences were laid out, so I could have swam over and got on one of the fence posts and then swam from one post to another and could have rested till I got back up the place. But of course, Harold not being able to swim at all, I had to find a place where he could walk, because he not being able to swim. But anyway, that finished all that deal. By the way, I wanted to remind all you folks that voted for this dude we got running this country now. I want to remind you of something. Back when he was running, I can't even say the dude's name. Back when he was running for president, he made some statements that everybody just clapped their hands and they just thought that's the greatest thing. And I want to remind you what he said, because I don't think you people understood it. One of the things he said was the Constitution is flawed. Another thing he said, and y'all just clapped and raised, yay, boy, that's great. And then another thing he said was, we're going to spread the wealth around. And boy, y'all just clapped your hands, way. And then another thing he said, he was going to get a civilian army as great and as powerful as the military. What for? And y'all, all you people out there, I saw you on TV, watched you. And I saw you people clapping hands and yay, 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 oh boy, 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 oh boy. Well, you got him. You got him now. I hope you like it. I hope you're satisfied with what you've done. I'm going to die before long, but you people are going to get the results of all this. The Constitution is flawed, all right. It ought to demand immediate action on somebody that's not a citizen of this country. It's in there already. You're supposed to be a citizen, but it ought to be a demand that Congress vote and have when they find out that he's not. It should be in there that you have to have an election again, and everybody has to be informed that he positively is not a citizen of this country. So laugh it up, baby. I'm going to be dead before long, but I hope you enjoy what's going to happen to you with the kind of shit like you got for running this country.